wanna be immortal, like a god in the sky. I wanna be a silk flower.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is what we've been waiting for, the Saint Altar on Valentine's week. Oh, we are in it. I want to wish everyone a happy lunar year with all your celebrations treating you well and the best fortune and wishes in the upcoming year. For us, we're going to be wishing for some good gotcha luck, that the rate be turned on, and that Lare join this team on this account. This is a holy ceremony, of course, because this is the Saint Light Altar, and we've already got Lannis on the team, and she has some good synergy with Lare. But this time we want to add this DPS character as we start rolling our way towards building some of these Saint Girls. So we've got ourselves set up. We've been saving since some of the previous altars. We had the ability to potentially reach out for a summons of Lare, but we decided to save and instead try to push ourselves this time around so we can try and get some of the rewards here. We've got ourselves cumulative summon rewards that we'll be earning along the way. We expect to hit about 700 to 800 summons, but with at least those 700 summons and the gems we're gonna pull, we're looking at about 1500 extra pulls, which will get us to our 240k ballpark that we need to be able to UR Lare on this stream. So let's go ahead and get ourselves started if we even need it because of the fragments. We've got ghosts that we can use, which we'll definitely use some for our weapons, but some to complete the number of shards we need for Lare. So let's hope here that the luck is on our side. We're going to start this off with gems. Never do tokens. And if you're feeling feisty for some reason and don't have the gems, altar is an option, but always start with the gems. And let's get ourselves started here. Kick off, here we go. We're using gems, so already off to a decent start with the ghosts and 3 Lare shards, keeping it going. 30 ghosts on this one. All right, I like the start that we have, but what would make it better is an early Lare. 49 summons at the moment, no banner, but we got some shards, so we're gonna keep this going. We want to try and make sure that we don't have to nail the bottom of the pity pool. We're on our way there, though. A decent amount of gems here. Okay, gems are gonna be racking up, so we're hoping on the next one. Yes! All right, let's do it. We got it here on not the very last side of the pity pool, but enough to keep it going. So moving on here, this is our first Lare. Mina, welcome. Continuing on, we are on the Discord, so folks may join in and check out what we're doing, but we got ourselves a good pool. So looking at what was our summons here, I didn't even count. We've got 71, so 71 was our first Lare. Keeping it going here because we've got a chance to rack up some ghosts. Only 20 this time at 3400. And the way that pity likes to play with me in these kind of summons of the altar is that it's usually like in the last 10 that I try to land it, but we got some play there. So all right, we've got some ghosts. This one was more resourceful than we're usually used to, but keeping it going. Not lucky this time around. Maybe we can get it twice before it. No, we're not. Okay, but a couple of good amount of ghosts here. 26. We try to get it here. Yes. All right. So fantastic. Yeah, see the way I am noticing the trend here, we don't usually slam out the pity, but we at least get a 10 before. So there we go. We're going all in on Lare here. So where was this at? 141. Okay. All right, let's check things out here. Just making sure that we have folks in the chat here. So Mina, want to welcome you. We are just doing our normal set of summons, but feel free to use the chat if you have any questions. All right, keeping it going here. We got a whole bunch to do. We might even label this video 200,000 summons. Can we get lucky? and that's what we're trying to do. So looks like 16 ghosts on that one. We're really hoping here for an early pity summon. That would make our day. 23. 43 on this one. Okay, we will take that. All right, this time around the ghosts are just coming in. We're already at 3600, which is a full copy if we need it, and this one's gonna come 12 ahead of the pity, so we've got that as well. Wow, hello Lare, fantastic. And your Tome of Secret, which we failed earlier, but we got it with 36. Go! Oh my goodness. What? 56 ghosts on the Lare copy? Oh, okay. I'm not too upset about us having to go close to the pity, but we did it. So here we're just gonna take the count of 201. So we're getting it between 60 and 70 each time. I'll take that with how we're winning here. These ghosts though, they're doing it. All right, they're slowing down a little bit. We got 10 shards. An early pity would be awesome. We are developing a good amount of shards here though, at least 6 for the last couple of pulls. Oh, we're gonna go 10. Oh no, this one turned out worse. We're gonna slam the pity on this one. Lare, this is not what we want to do. Oh my gosh. Slammed the pity on this one. That is not great. RNG at least got us, what is this? 6 before the pity. Yeah, we slammed it. Yeah, 74. See, 281. Okay, not a fan of that. We'll go ahead and collect the rewards though. That'll make up for some of our losses here. Let's keep going. 20 ghosts, we'll take it. We're okay, so because we slammed the pity, that was 66 ghosts. Okay, we slammed the pity. We want to try and get one earlier than usual so we can make up for that loss, because right now I would say we're a little behind. 24, this is not gonna do it. We need to get our banner here. Good amount of gems. 190 gems. No, that was 210. I'm missing this one down here. Wow, okay. All right, so 14 ahead of the pity. I'll take this. We are evening out. I think we're staying a little bit behind though. Double there would also be very great. Okay, so keep it going. We're gonna take our count. 341. We've got 5 copies of Lare so far, and we've used, what would be the number here? About 90,000 of the altar stones. So yeah, let's keep going. Got our copies. That's a good amount of ghosts. Okay, yeah. See, we're about to hit 4,000. The ghosts have been showing up here. Oh, 53. Okay. So we're keeping up with the ghosts. We're keeping up with the fragments. But the pity counter is demolishing us right now. Oh, gosh. All right, so 46. That one had a good amount of gems. All right, 33, no shards on that one. Can we stay ahead? I'm not liking the way this is looking. It's got to be here. No, we're gonna slam the counter again. Oh no. Yikes, we had to use all 80 summons. Can it be a double? No, it's not a double. It's just a single one. We got a 7 ahead of the counter, but I am not a fan of that. We're gonna get our first box though. Which, reminder to everybody, when looking at these boxes, do not take the shards of the characters directly. Take the altar gems, because you're going to get 120 times 200. It's 24,000 altar gems, which is enough for 80 summons. So it will guarantee you the full copy of the girl. The important reason why you take the altar stones instead of the copy of the girl is because those 80 summons could potentially get you to the next tier of rewards. So it could be another 3,000, it could be another rainbow ticket, it could be weapon tickets, so on and so forth. But you don't have to use it until you're all out of your altar stones, because if you take the copy of the girl, you're not going to make any progress on your cumulative summons. So that's what we're aiming to make the most of. Let's keep going. I'd like to get a copy of Lare before we hit 50 pools in each pity counter. But the luck is not here so far. Is the rate really off? I guess the rate is on for ghosts, but not for Lare. Okay, we're at 847. Yeah, we slammed this counter again. Down to the last 13. So I would say we're behind until we get a Lare within the top 40 of the pity summons. Or a double Lare. 960. Alright, we're still going. We're in our last 90,000 of the Lare summons here. Okay. Oh, that's a good amount. 56. Okay. Looks like it's not going to be on this one either. 43. These ghosts are coming. So now I can get well, close. We need at least 200 more. We get a copy of Lare and we get a weapon if we need it. So keeping it going. No way. This is going all the way down the pity as well. No. Alright, so I'll say we got this one at 410. And then we're getting to write them down. Looks like 480 because we failed that one, and this one's not going to be 561. So yeah, we're pushing this. We're behind. Okay, 78,000. We're gonna have to build our lair here so we don't accidentally pick up more than we need to. Oh my gosh, we're really in there. 571 summons. Okay, 36. We'll take that. 42. Oh, we missed it again. We're not gonna get it in the top 40. Come on, where are the R and G gods when you need them? And this is supposed to be a holy temple of the saints. Slammed another pity. Yeah, we're definitely behind. The banner only showed up once. Will it show up twice? No. Well, welcome, Lare. Sitting on your giant book. What else we got? Got some rainbow tickets. We'll go ahead and take that. 1,200. Got us 10 copies. We've already got a 2-star. All right, let's sit out and build Lare and see what we need here. So going to Lare. Not our weapon. Go ahead and build our 5-star. Up to 3-star. 4-star using 3 copies. And then we need 4 copies here for 5-star. The peace sign's pretty cool. Can we build Oath 1? We actually don't have our weapon yet. So now we can grab our weapon. We're definitely going to max this out. We've already got 4. Go ahead and attach it. Lare could use a generic weapon if you really needed to, but in our case, we are going to build a weapon. That's what we saved for. Back to the Oath menu. Get this unlocked. Let's go. Let's go. I wish there was a hard press here that could let us advance it or just auto advance to level 9. Okay, so we're going to use some more wishes and 1 copy to get our Oath 1, meaning that we just need to get 5 more copies. Now we have ghosts, and I think we have an exchange voucher. So let's go back to the inventory. Not an exchange voucher. We can get some weapons. But we do have the Saint option box from last year. And also more stones. Alright, we'll take that. So that means, because this one we can't get stones out of, we can only get copies of the character. So I'd have to get the Lare from here. I doubt they're going to put a new character in this box, so we have to use it for Lare. I'm not going to use it for Lannis. This is a Saint weapon box. Alright, so we have 4 weapons. We don't have to spend that many blue tokens. Great. Alright, let's go back. Whoops, we're not leaving the game just yet. Alright, go back to the altar. We will try to aim for 4 copies. This should at least get us 2. Because we have had the worst luck that I've seen so far with slamming the pity. Even the Morsa summons are good. And this one's gonna be another one. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Let's get a double. No, we're all the way down to the last 13, so we slamming the pity again. Let's put it at 660. Only one. All right, had some visit here, so just had to let some folks go. So now we're doing our 3,000. I'm gonna continue on. So 40,000 on our way there. I'm a little shook. I could not believe that we only managed to get ourselves to all the bottom of the pity counters and not a double or a top 40, which we're gonna fail again. Okay. Good amount of gems. I'll take that though. The gems and ghosts have been great. I'll give them that. And down to the last 11. Only one though. So, well, I mean, did it do it? So we've got 2. We would need a couple ghosts to get the rest. 1,800. Can we get 3,000 more somewhere? No, we're gonna go to 800. So 30 more summons. We're gonna get the box. See, this is why we should have won some pities. We would have got another one before we got to 800, but we slammed the pities down each time and still failed here. Oh, yucks. Okay, so 46 summons. We can keep this pool for the next time. We've got the box. I hesitate to want to summon some more, but let's go finish our Lare Oath 2. I think that'll help us at least know where we stand with Lare. She's down here now. 335. Whoops. Go ahead and unlock the oath. Get a couple clicks in there. Long press is not a thing in this menu. 2 and 2. What does that leave us? Go ahead on. We already have our full affection up. Remember, we have to get to affection level 35 for the final Oath 3 upgrade. So 95. We would need 25 on the side here. We could probably use ghosts to complete that. We don't need the full copy. But it's okay to spend a little bit. So yeah, we can spend a little bit more. But how many more? Question. 40 summons. You can spend half a box. Yeah, half a box is fine because we're going to get some more from the Oath event, so 60 it is. That'll get us 12,000. I hate this. We didn't manage to get ourselves above the pity, but now that'll give us 40 pulls. Actually, we may have gotten a little more than we needed. And at least guarantee that we get the last layer here. Extra ghosts. Oh, this was early. This is pretty early, actually. In the top 20, bottom 20 pity pools. Yeah, bottom 20. He's in the bottom half of it. Yuck. All right, so 228. We're going to need 12 to hit 240. So let's go ahead to the Relic Vault and look for Lare and get ourselves 12 copies, or I guess shards. It's gonna cost us 360 ghosts. Might as well grab our weapon here as well. We're not gonna need a whole copy of her, so we can save the rest of the ghosts. I might actually even just get weapons for other girls. We already have Lannis. We might just take a Stella weapon. That'll be a decision for later. So 33,000, not bad. And down here, 240. We're gonna need 360. Go over to the inventory. We're gonna open our box. Where is it at? I passed it already. Yep, we'll open our Saint box, pull out a Lare, and also from her weapon box, pull out a weapon. We want the tome. Secrets. Lare's weapon, just confirming. These are from last Light and Dark Altar, where if you were pulling for Stella, you were getting some rewards from them. So back to Lare. She's going to be down here because she's not in the Resonance Pod. We are going to consider the last pool. Fantastic. So we've got her summoned and fully developed. Full UR, so we're getting the full benefit of her Scorch, of her Frost Realm. Yeah, this is a novel of abilities that we've got in the third oath skill. But you'll see another video and also hopefully a post here on the community Discord, just covering how we're using Lare here. Again, the full reason why we're building Lare is because we really want to try and get ourselves pushed as far as possible to floor 200 of the Endless Trials. So that's going to be our entire focus here with Lare's build. So the weapon, can push a couple more ranks here up to rank 4. And maybe try to pull some from there. So first, let's head up to the shelter. We're going to grab the resonance chamber here just to make sure that, well, not the rebirth. That we can have our Lare stacked up with the rest of the girls. Get Wendy in there. No reason not to. I didn't actually have all these Saint characters before. Elsa's not even in there. So you can see I have not really focused on light characters. Even Elsa was neglected. Stella, get her in there. She'll be a surprise tool for later. And then Lare now. So Lare and Lannis, the only two Saints on the account at the moment. We've really focused on Darks, but now she can properly show up in the girls menu. But we still have some gacha to do. We got some weapons to try to win out. 500 weapon tickets. These cost 60 each time if we have to max out the pity, but we don't want to slam it. We want to try and get some ahead. We even want to try and get 2 per pull. So let's try and see what we can do. I'd like to get 8 copies. But that is very ambitious. Let me just make sure we're auto selling. Okay, yeah, we are. Doing this manually is the worst, but here we're gonna rip the first one at 30. We'll go ahead and take that. Fantastic, a little bit ahead. Did not need to slam the pity down for it. Now it's very annoying when we are accumulating the blue rare weapon tickets, because you want to use them for your normal race girls, but the problem is if you don't pull it in time for your light and dark characters, you're gonna have to be waiting the whole 2-month period to properly get them summoned. So saving your blue weapon tickets, around the 400-500 mark per altar is usually recommended, so you can at least rip an 8-star or a +8 weapon for the medal, and then maybe finish it up on the next one. But here we're getting dangerously close to the pity, and that's what we don't want. And this is also why, if you get close to the pity and then you get the weapon of someone else you didn't want, it feels bad because now those have essentially just been spent for someone who you're not trying to aim for. So Again, the difficulties of the light and dark weapon summons. We've got Wendy's staff, but we're building Lare. You know, how great is that? And there's also no 50-50, so there's a chance that we could lose again. But you know, we've had pretty decent luck on the account where we are successful and then successful again. I think the Azure Gloria summons were the best. We were getting like 4 or 5 of her weapon at a time before we lost the pity. And that video still has to go up on the channel yet, so we'll get that edited. Got Archon generic weapon. Oh, can't push to skip. Where are we at? 28. All right, so we're on the bottom half of the pity now. Still missing. Come on, we don't want to lose. Okay, we're gonna slam this pity down to the bottom 8. 335. Yuck, 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 yuck. All right. Oh, and the first one too. All right. Well, hey, that at least helps the next round of pity. So we've got 2 back-to-back Lare weapons. Pretty good about that. So I think that puts us down to 3 that we've gotten so far. Let's win one. We've had the worst pity counter luck out of the Lare summons. And now the weapon is also slamming the pities down here. So looks like the raid is off. We're gonna lose! We lost! We slammed the pity again and lost. Wendy's staff. This happened during Lannis's summons as well. It was a meme going on in the community here where, you know, hey, we're trying to summon for someone's weapon here. And all we can get is someone else's. I'd really like to get us as close as possible to the +11 weapon. At this rate, it's not happening. You know, we had better summons, I think, with like the top 30 giving us our character's weapon. And on a DPS, it's a little more important because you get all the stat boosts and you want her to do all the damage as possible. No way, we're down to the last 7. I saw the 2 golden frames there for a moment and thought we had 2, but it just turned out to be 1. At least we won this one. I hate seeing that single digit because, you know, we slammed the pity down and are not doing well with the gacha, but it is what it is. That's why we save a lot of these tokens. So we're down, we still have 200. I think we've pulled 5 of this weapon so far. Goal was 8. We're gonna lose. And I already have a Lannis weapon, so this is gonna go straight to the what's it called? I think it's a Starlight where you can rank the weapon up to like let's go over here. Unbelievable. We're gonna step out of that menu, let it refresh, just take a break. All right, so we're gonna go straight to Lannis's weapon because now that we have an extra copy here, the emblem, that's what it's called, emblem. So, you know, now we can rank it up. I mean, might as well. We already made her weapon +11 a while back, and if we fail and lose again and get another copy of Lannis's weapon, we could make it emblem 3. Where's our... Oh, it doesn't even show it on the menu. So we're emblem 2 on her weapon, which buffs the whole team. Not bad. But come on, really? Let's go to Lare. Where does she go now? She's next to Morse. Okay, grab her here. All right, we're rank 7. So with one more Lare weapon, we can be rank 8 and have the medal. I'm not a fan of how that RNG just went down. That is going to use up all of our tickets for little gain. I mean, we do want to build Wendy, and we call her neglected around some of the community corners. So I think I'm just getting it. I earned it. I earned this bad RNG. All right, we're going to get a good one. This one's in the top 30 of the pities, which makes up for some of those losses. This will get us to rank 8, so we want to have at least one more. So let's keep on summoning. We've already pulled the copy for free from the ghosts, and you only get a limit of 1 of those. Angela's weapon is called Underskirt. Okay, well, she does keep those miniguns hidden away. No! Another Wendy staff! We have jinxed ourselves here. 3 Wendy staffs today. That's out of the 60 total tickets we could have summoned for it, I mean, we probably got some ahead of there, but that's at least over 100 blue weapon tickets that went towards Wendy staff when we're summoning for Lare. These are losses. This is devastating. Ah, we need one more. Come on, hit in the top 30. This gotta work. It has to work. No, now we're in the bottom 30. Oh no. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm good with that. I think we're gonna stop spending blue tickets now at this point because we have some exchange vouchers. So let's go find out what we need. Over to Lare, and then summon here, rank 9. That means we're gonna need 2 for rank 10 and then 1 for rank 11. Also, for anyone here who is summoning throughout any parts of these weeks, there is going to be a dice adventure event that comes out during the last part of next week. You are able to earn yourself, amongst all the other rewards, 1 exchange voucher towards any of the light or dark weapons. So you have a guaranteed copy there when you're trying to push for your rank 5 and then eventually your rank 8. So, oh wait, I know, while I was in the middle of that, lost my track of thought. So down to there. Up to plus 9. So to get plus 10, we need 2. And then plus 11, 1 more. We're going to go to inventory. Some exchange vouchers that we've been stacking over here. 3. Get those used straight for her book. We need all 3 of them. Exchange vouchers, again, from the dice adventure, also lets you exchange for the darkened weapons. So you'll have options there. Bella's weapon over here. Can't believe we picked up 3 of these. Incredible. It's devastating. At least you can save those blue weapon tickets for the next altar, or if there's a character we need to finish. A good rule of thumb here when you're building characters, especially if they're supports. Let me look at Moose or Mousa here. Only plus 8 because plus 8 gets you the medal, and then you can get the 3 relics that'll activate the medal. So you don't have to push that far so that you're not overextending, overreaching with your blue tickets. All the girls demand it. They're hungry for it. So 2 for rank 10 and then 1 for rank 11. We are set. Now we can emblem this up using some of the ink pens here. And just use some of the weapon materials as well. And then do the rest. And then next time when we summon a new Saint character and we fail pity, we can use the leftover books to just keep increasing the emblem rank. Alright, so good stuff there. So now our Lare is set up. We have to level up the actual book. So 1 click enhance. Freeze frame. We'll get her weapon up to 115. Why not? We got, oh, barely it. 110's fine. Wait, really? Okay. We're going to use up all the Spaghetti-O material, but we'll have some of these infinite ones. Really? Oh, keys? Alright, so keys are being used. Well, in that case... Oh, that's actually getting expensive. Alright, well, our Lare needs to be maxed up. She's going to be our carry for endless trials, and we can birth this if we need to. Alright, so... Now for our medals. So I've been using them for PvE. We're going to be building for endless trials, which just unlock whenever this event comes around. It unlocks later in the evening, so we'll go ahead and get that there. And then actually I don't have to worry about this. We have plans. We planned for this. Okay, so we'll move this over. Our stuff is all across the board. We'll just move our equipment over. We're gonna need it. She's the only DPS that matters at the moment. Alright, so we're getting stacks of attack and crit. Stacks of more attack and crit. I might have to actually change these around. Lare likes attack boosts. This is good enough. Alright. And then gear, a high energy sword. damage reduction is fine. Actually, she does not care about this. We'll just give her one of the actually developed items because she needs to not die during combat. So, what do we want? Vivian, we're taking your shield. And then Marks. Alright, so a little bit more gotcha for everybody here. This video is going to go on a little longer than usual. That's what happens when we lose so many pities. But we want Frostfire. So Frostfire is going to work really well for our main DPS, which is just going to be Lare for now. So we'll just go ahead and pull one of these. And by one, I mean we're not going to lose pity, right? Right? We'll slam it at least. Oh, we got one a little early. Yes! The very first one. All right, we did not lose this pity. We're going to take it and win. Fantastic. Great, we got a Frostfire. So let's go over to Lare. Where are you at, Lare? Okay. Give her the Frostfire. Holy Blessing actually does not matter right now. We're going to take Radiant. Radiant's super good because she unleashes special skills. And we need a rule mark. Just get us started. Get us on the right path. Rule because Lannis will be on the team. So the 3 marks that you can very importantly put on her, we'll have her on. Attack and HP boosts. We've got one on Miranda right now. We'll take it off. She likes that too. And then Holy Belief. I don't think Heart Link might actually be important. We've got all the different heavenly protections. Cyanna's not going to be on the team. I think Odo will have to be on the team though. Morsta will be on the team. These. Yep, Morsta is very important in the Endless Trials, so we can take all her marks. Where's the other one? Nightmare. Hecate will also be in this lineup. Hecate is the queen of Endless Trials, so we're going to take a Thorn Mark. And then finally, I think we may have to use a Crush Mark. No, the Control Girls can use a Crush Mark, so they have to actually apply their control. So since Odil is going to be on that lineup, let's take a look. We're going to have Lare, Lannis, Callan, Morsta, Hecate. I guess it just depends on what type of infiltration trial we're going to have. But we're going to start with Odil on the team, so we're taking a Winged Halo Mark. Alright, and that's going to wrap up our Lare build for this side of the event. Alright, so the video's going on. I think 40 minutes is where we wanted to be at. But you saw what our luck looked like there. We've got ourselves a +11 1 emblem, Tome of Secret Runes, a UR Lare in one sitting after the 240,000, Altar Stones, a build here which is coming together with a shield because we needed to survive. It's going to get real tough in the Endless Trials. The marks because we brought Hecate. We're going to have Morsta. Frostfire is really good. And then the special skill Lannis marks here as well. But we're going to have Odil. Remember, Odil is going to be available in the 3rd week of the Valentine's Day events of this Archmage saga. So if you have some pink tickets, Winged Halo Mark is one of the strongest marks in the game. Try to keep at least around 60 to have a chance to summon it. Or in the Tsukiyami livestream, you can pull it from one of the UR mark boxes, which you will be able to get just by clearing out crate 10. So that's going to be one of these boxes. Always want to save one to pull out a box. I think it's this all-rounded one. Oh, what happened to it? Okay, here it is. It's under DPS. You'll be able to pull a Winged Halo Mark out of that. Everyone gets one for free. And then if your base comes in first place, you get a 2nd box. So, you know, if you have an active base there. But now we're going to have a chance to put together the dream team for the Endless Trials. Which team do we want to use? Why is 0 on 2 teams? Alright, so we've got a human team. 10 gems. All right, we're spending gems for the meme team or dream team supreme. So we're gonna have Atlantis. There's Lare. Really? I picked Saint. Why am I showing mechanics? Okay, here we go. Lare. Darkens. We need Morsta. Callan. Odil. And Hecate. Deploy that team. Wait, is it asking for pets? Okay, we'll have the pet team. I might have to switch out Mecha. Mecha does nothing on this team. Okay. Wow, 1,050,000,000 power for them. And then our organization is Hecate first, Morsta second, Lannis, and then Callan on this side. So Callan has to be in spot 1 or 4 so you can get the damage boosts. And then your DPS that's going to get the winged halo buffs has to be to the left or right or in front or behind Odil. And that'll help to get all the boosts and the buffs there. But very good. I think we'll conclude the actual video recording here. We'll stick around on the stream just in case anyone wants to talk about things. So yeah, that's what we're looking like for the Lare summons. Managed to get her pulls all the way through, fully develop one, and we'll see how she behaves in the endless trial. We'll try to record some videos about those upper floors and see how much we're struggling if you'd like to see me suffer. But at least this way, you know, we got to get the RNG gacha out of the way and had a ton of fun at the same time. But hope you enjoyed watching this video. And if you're going to do your own gacha, I want to wish you the best of luck and happy gacha.